Alright, it's probably about time to do another reunion tour where we try to figure out what all of our cards do, because there's so many damn cards. And the first thing I need to do is find a scenario that has unlimited brimstone, because damn it, I have a lot of brimstone that I need to learn about. Or I could just avoid, I guess. I can't think of a brimstone card I've encountered that I was like, yeah, let's use that from here on out, now that I've discovered that. So that could easily be just me forgetting. I will totally admit that off the top of my head, I don't even remember, like, the concept of I don't remember a single brimstone card, even though I know there was one I didn't encounter. I guess it was the forest. So, the Hierophant, everyone's favorite card. Oh, Father Galfrey. Unlimited brimstone for that one. I mean, I guess if I don't care about winning it, it's kind of fine. Unlimited brimstone for the lovers? No, because then the lover will die, and then I'll have to start the whole thing over. The Chariot. The Chariot has unlimited, but it has a lot of annoying fights against the infected everywhere, because so many of the deck cards are from the enemy, are from the dealer. Whereas the Hierophant has just as many that are from me, but I think it's much less dealer focused. Let's try this one. Just gonna remove the deck, all things from my deck, go all straight token. What do you need, Miss Ariadne? I don't remember. Screw it, I'm just gonna pick let's just pick her up. I don't remember what hers is. I need like 1 billion food for Estrella's, and Kolbjorn probably requires a blessing. Token, 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 token. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. Alright. Let's learn things, why don't we? Similarly, new. I'm just doing a terrible deck, basically. Like, I'm basically sabotaging myself, but it's the only way to learn what some of these things even are. The Brigand's Blades is what they recommend using. Let's go with Fate's Path. It might help me find the actual cards I'm here for faster.
If you fail to take tokens with you, you will lose the opportunity to open new cards. Even so, too many tokens can weigh you down and make your challenges harder.
They can make your challenges harder. Except if you already golded the challenge, then that's really irrelevant. Retire for the night. You have to ask all those questions to get the clues to make the situation even possible, but I'm not planning on finishing these scenarios, so who cares? The far north.
For you, if you can earn it.
The libraries hold little knowledge of the mysterious north. Past the colossal height of Mount Freydis, there are only theories, ancient creatures, haunted, weird woods, and rumors of a powerful sword trapped in a frozen lake at the end of the world. Only one who would journey deep into the unknown would be worthy of the blade, it is said. There is a rough path that hugs Mount Freydis, curving around it and heading north. Somebody has made an effort to pave it. A hungry, desperate farmer offers passage for bread. She claims that she knows the road ahead. So consume 2 food by just walking, take carriage for 3, abandon your quest. Why does a carriage require more food? I guess we're feeding the carriage? Let's take the easy route. It is a quiet journey. You take a carriage as far as it will go. Continue down this path. It will take you north. The farmer tips her hat before departing. Be careful out there. You head into the frozen thickets. A wooden temple, blanketed in snow, breaks through the fog. As an old northerner, burning pungent grasses in a copper basin, lifts his hand in greeting. Pilgrims, the moon path of the wild woods is haunted. Although it is faster, you should take that safer, longer route of the sun path. This is gonna hurt. Let's pray. Just really hurt myself a lot. Make sure that we have to restart after the scenario.
No one wants to perish wealthy, but starving.
Your subtitle didn't match what you said. I caught you. You place the expected food sacrifice at the base of the wooden altar. Lift your face to the sky and pray. And boop. That's not great.
I hope you have learned to be their master.
He was hoping for a third 5 or maybe even a 6. That's never happened before. Fuck me. Alright. I like losing, it's fine. I'll just slowly die. The 3 stone figures of the northerner gods are unmoved by your worship. You continue your journey. Wow, we're gonna run out of food. Alright. Just as the priest had said, so a stone etched with a sun and another erected with a moon signal the path splitting the two. The moon path leads into a thick forest. Sun path? As I lose half my health? You follow the path for a few days, until finally the tree line begins to thin. As the sun rises, you leave the forest behind and step into a vast plain of smooth ice. Nothing but flat ice stretches on for eternity. Press on. Owie.
Gasping with
Fuck.
each step, hoping to survive. Find food if you can.
Oh my god. It actually happened. I actually rolled 3 6s. The impossible has occurred. I got an achievement called Devil Dice. The game gave me an achievement for how bullshit that was and how impossible this occurrence was. After another day's trek through the bitter cold, you get a glimpse of something on the horizon. Something colossal. A shadow of something colossal, you might say. Well, hopefully I don't need to press on a single more time or I'm gonna die. As you draw near, you find yourself at the foot of a titanic fallen statue. The gigantuan. Gigantuan, not to be confused with gargantuan. Is gargantuan even a word, or is gigantic the... Sorrowful face spans 50 paces. The entire thing continues for an age, left and right. Fuck. The ancient monument blocks the way north. It would take days to walk around it. A section of the statue's torso has fallen to rubble. You think you could squeeze through a narrow passageway, significantly reducing the length of your journey. I can do this. Oopsie. Yeah.
Every failure in combat can be balanced by success on the table.
Yay. Alright, well, time to remove that from the deck. Or maybe leave it in. Maybe I will be able to get that much food. I'll leave it in.
If you fail to take tokens with you, you will lose the opportunity to open new cards.
I'll just ignore it.
So, too many tokens can weigh you down and make your challenges harder.
If I have a mountain of food, I'll give it a go. If I don't have a mountain of food, I'll abandon the journey as fast as possible to avoid the certain death. Because holy crap, that's a lot of food you got to go through for that scenario. Really? All right, abandon your quest. There we go. Really drew it first, huh?
There are benefits to besting the devil, not least of which are the new friends you will meet along the way.
The demon or I. Are you the one who ruined Apollon's fun? A woman with the pointiest face you've ever seen approaches from the shadows one night. Yes, yes, you are, she laughs. How delightful. Did he cry? He used to be such a crier in our youth. Oh, you're wonderful, she pokes at your bicep. I'll remove your curses if you like. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice to have for the last scenario? Whoops. You're as pure as a mountain spring. There are no curses for me to take. How unfortunate. Still laughing about Apollon's failure, the woman waves goodbye and disappears into the night. Okay, so that's the platinum card that's based on curses. Good to know. So, if it wasn't for the fact I already golded that previous scenario, that would have been a nice one. Because it could have really fixed me. Alright, now we know.
Goblins.
There's goblins here to be goblin-y. Alright. Oh, time to do a fight. I do wish that I could just be in, like, token grind mode. Because the game has made it so stupid and ill-advised to try to actually play through the game with... oh, they stole my weapon. That's not very nice. They've made it such a bad idea in this game to ever bring tokens with you into new scenarios, which is something I used to do all the time in the previous games. I would just take my tokens with me, and I wouldn't be terrified of the idea. But nowadays, I never bring the tokens with me into the new scenarios because the scenarios are so hard to succeed at that you're only dooming yourself by adding a bunch of RNG nonsense stuff that where you have no idea what's going to happen. So I never bring it with me, which is frustrating. Because that means that you have to go out of your way to go into farming mode and do specific runs just for discovering what unknown cards are and how to get your tokens. Which is a problem because you can't guarantee you'll get said cards, so you have to waste a lot of time. Oopsie. Oh, shit. You end up having to waste a lot of time. The goblins can't escape. I beat them already. You have to waste a lot of time just like going through the scenarios themselves, trying to get to the cards that you want to get to. I wonder. I'm thinking about that giant open field scenario. What counts as the exit of the giant open field? I don't think there's an exit for that floor, is there? If there was, it could be pretty nice because then I could potentially have access to it'd be great if that blessing revealed the entire map instantly. It'd be fantastic. But I don't think it works that way. Hey. So yeah, I got my weapons back. Yeah, I don't think that any part of the one giant field level has anything that counts as being the passage to the next floor. So I don't think it would reveal the entire floor. It'd be great if that happened. If you could just reveal the entire floor and then just run to all of your custom objectives and not deal with anything else. The guild. I mean, I'm gonna go there, obviously. Berta's betting house. Hello. Bye. Oh, right, this is the scenario, not the exit. Whoops. Yes, I would love your autograph. I love you so much. I'm a new recruit. And I love you. Yeah, obviously. Anyway, bye. I don't care about winning the scenario, so I don't know why I should just button mash through it. Sup. Kolbjorn's traps. Drop 3 traps when activated. Traps deal 20 damage to enemies. Alright, it's a focus thing. Used 8 times. The Peeler. Shatter armor. Perform a powerful strike that completely removes armor when activated. Completely. Neat. Bash causes additional more damage to armor. 23 damage. The Assassin's Blades does knockdown. Charge bonus for post and finishers against Empire. Both increase weapon charge by 4. Fuck. Wow. A simple riposte gives you 4 weapon charge? Oh, wait, no, that's a lot for normal weapons, but this weapon requires 16 because it attacks so fast, so it's not that impressive. But it's fine. Whoa. When every thief you defeated, it gets plus 1 damage. Damn. It's only for that fight, probably, right? And does a stun. Why did this one say light special? Yeah, that's what the part that changes is it says ignores enemy defense. So it doesn't have the normal weakness that daggers have, which makes sense because it's supposed to be anti-Empire, and it would be really bad at being anti-Empire if it was still susceptible to their damage reduction of their defense. Did the game just break? Really? What? None of the buttons work. I'm paralyzed on this half-frozen screen. I can't forfeit, can I? Alright, well, I guess we're quitting the game. And hopefully when I come back, it won't still be frozen in that position. Because if it's still frozen and I can't quit, I don't know how you even continue in this game. Oh, that's scary. No. No, this game auto-saves every time you move tiles or finish a scenario. I don't think it's going to save mid-store. So it probably can't be stuck. I hope. I hope. That was a new one. Just fucking start already. The start button pauses. What? The start button doesn't skip the animation at the beginning. It creates a pause menu over the main menu, which is just confusing because I'm like, what? I'm at the main menu. Why would I want you to pause it? Please don't freeze again. There we go. Alright, that time it didn't freeze. I wonder why that happened. That was weird. Buy some food? Why not? Not what I meant to do. Leave.
Everywhere we turn, they are burning witches. Were I you, I'd stand clear. Until we end this, the Empire will continue with its purges.
Ordeal by iron. A midwife confined to a pillory cries out to you, proclaiming her innocence. I'm not a witch, she cries. She's accused of practicing necromancy after she brought a stillborn back to life, and is due to stand trial in front of the Inquisition. I was only looking out for the child, and now they will have me holding scorching iron to see if I burn. Of course I will burn, she exclaims. You promise to do whatever it takes to free her. On the day of the trial, you sneak into the executioner's chamber and draw your sword as the burly man adjusts his executioner's mask. Okay,
the pendulum is ever changing, and the challenges it presents change too.
With a single blow, he drops like a stone. You claim his attire, leaving him tied in a closet. The dealer draws the executioner's axe equipment card.
A bloody reminder of justice in these lands.
After a combat, receive 3 fame if you did 3 finishers. Neat. Take a knee. Causes knockdown to a random enemy when activated. What? It just knocks down a random enemy. Huh. And then you can finish them. Interesting. As you perform the ordeal, you ensure the iron scarcely touches the flames. The midwife winces as you drop the warm bar into her hands, but soon realizes the ruse is for her benefit. You advise her to leave town before the real executioner is discovered. Yeah!
Well earned.
There you go, lady. You get to be alive. Congrats. Ha. Literally the last one I tried. Go figure. Blah, 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 blah. Borden. Oh, that's the one that makes me get hurt. I should save that one for last. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. That way.
I do not tarry with these sorts of devices. They are a sign the world has lost its way.
Ariadne leads you through the streets of a city to a dilapidated house tucked into a darkened alley. This is where we'll find the thing we fix Anders' forge, a mechanical oddity. The inside of the house is distinctly tidier, and you are surprised by the presence of a small general store within. A young woman minds the counter. That's Marion the Mage, Ariadne whispers loudly. Marion hears, of course. Can I help you? And could you please refrain from calling me a mage out loud? Don't worry, Marion, Ariadne booms. Only old biddies shopping here. We're here for that. She points to a large copper bauble, studded with silver nubs, resting on the counter. That is a genuine article of the bygone dustman. It's priceless. I can't part with that. The mage hugs it to herself. Persuade her, knock her out, and take it. Ask Ariadne what to do. Ask Marion why she isn't in hiding. Yeah. The Empire doesn't bother us out here in the slums, and I have a few magical potions that people appreciate, so they don't really care that I'm a mage. I've lived in the city since I was a child. It's my home. Marion, the mage, frowns. I deserve to live here as much as anyone else. Persuade her? Fuck. Oh yeah. That's the thing you specialize in. I can do this. I'm gonna fuck it up. Alright, that one. Fuck. Marion's unmoved by your offer. Ariadne slams her hand on the table. All right, fine. We'll give you 2 sweet rolls for it, but that's our final offer. You can persuade her again? Wait, is there a downside? Ow. Oh, it's stacking the negative things. That's probably bad, right? Persuade her again. Huge failure. Does she attack you or something? Fuck, let's find out. Your persuasive words fall on deaf ears. Marion won't budge. At a loss, you look to Ariadne, who gives you a confident wink. Ariadne slaps the mage hard across the face with her sizable hand, sending her sprawling into the ground. Though dizzy, she's still conscious and livid. Get out before I call the guards on you. Wow. She's all like, wink, wink, I got this, and then just fucking assaults her. Alright. I guess that's what she would have done if I asked her what she wanted to do. Oh, cool, I can avoid the goblin's tile. Neat. Can I go to the next floor even if I don't do the actual job? That's cool. I don't want to do the job, it hurts me. Thomas the Ogre.
In a world that has lost all of its wonder, violence, muscle, and brute strength still remain. So like the usurper in all its ways.
You are cautiously approached on the trail by a group of farmers. Greetings, friend, one of them begins. Are you in need of supplies? The group explains that an evil ogre, he looks really evil in that picture, I'm sure he's going to attack me on sight, has stockpiled rations in this cave not far away. They intend to fight the creature and retrieve the goods to feed their families. Would you be willing to tag along for an equal share of the food? Sure. You set out at once for the ogre's lair. Along the way, they explain exactly what sort of beast is awaiting you. It's huge and nasty, the taller farmer says. My cousin saw it eat 5 live chickens in a single bite when it was stealing its cows. Listen to more stories. It ate my nephew's dog, right there in front of him. Little Joseph was out collecting firewood when the great hairy beast plucked his dog off the ground and swallowed him with one bite. The mayor went to visit his prize-winning horse last week and found nothing in the stall but a torn saddle. Your companion exclaims, not a drop of blood. The beast must have picked it up and taken it home to eat. Cassius the baker told me that it broke into his shop last month looking for food. It set the whole place on fire while raiding the oven. Ask whether any of them have seen the ogre. The group is suddenly quiet as they exchange glances. No, one of them offers, but my Aunt Maddie swears that it ate all the radishes in her garden. The monster's lair is just up ahead, one of the farmers comments sometime later. Is it now? A deep voice inquires, as the monster in question strolls into view. It's an ogre. The speechless farmers hastily retreat as the ogre stops and inspects you. Sup, my name's Thomas, this is my domain. What business have you here? Demand that he returns the stolen food. I've stolen no goods from these humans. What food I possess I earned with my own hands in this forest. Your desperation does not give you the right to take what is rightfully mine. The farmers manage to find their voices, throwing all manner of accusations at Thomas, who merely shakes his head in response. Believe what you will, warrior, but know that I will defend my home. He lifts his weapon purposefully, saying, I may be more reasonable than most of my kin, but thought without action is pointless after all. Refuse to fight. What? The farmers cry incredulously. Are you siding with this hulking monster? Despite their outrage and frustration, the farmers can do little but give up and return home. A reasonable human, Thomas comments, turning to you. You are indeed a rare beast. He gestures to a waterfall behind him. My dwelling lies beyond the waterfall. Would you care to join me for a game? I have few visitors of your intellectual caliber. I may have a magical trinket. I would be willing to bet against you, just to make things interesting. Yeah. Card game, dice game, or a game of manual dexterity. So, the pendulum game. Considering my luck with the other ones, I probably should do the manual dexterity one. You follow the ogre back to his lair and sit at a stone table opposite him. What takes your interest today? Cards, dice, dexterity. Ow. Oh, that's unusually easy. Huh. Okay.
Breathe. You have done well.
You play the game well. I will have to do better in future, Thomas admonishes himself. He reaches behind the table and lifts an item, saying, "Would this be of any use to you?" I got the token. That token somehow fell through the other token and went under it. That was weird.
Cowards on the battlefield.
Coward's Bane. Neat. Perhaps another game. I can keep going. What happens if you lose? Bad things? Dice? And bam.
Back to the bones.
Wow.
I hope you have learned to be their master.
Hope you have learned to be the master of a thing specifically designed to be random, and that's like literally the point of its invention. Oh my god, how did I get lower? Come on, man. So what happens when you lose? Thomas plays the game with both skill and luck. Never mind your loss, he says. Clearly you've never played that game before. Perhaps another game. Wow, you get to play all of them. I've not played many games against humans. Mostly they try to kill me. Luckily for me, the fairy folk are far more civilized. He's just this nerdy ogre wandering around. Well, it's not the one on the right. It also wasn't that one. The ogre stands, saying, "Thank you for your visit, human. I have enjoyed this afternoon's diversions, but now I must tend to the other matters." You bid the ogre goodbye and head back into the forest. Huh. Neat. Anyway, I'm gonna leave now. I'd rather not go on the mission if I don't have to. Enter the inn. Yeah, you're just like, tomorrow I may die. Neat. Yeah, you don't even have to go on the missions. You can just ignore the guild tokens if you're not here to actually win. It doesn't punish you until the ending. Well, obviously it'll punish you at the end. But I'm not here for that. So it's not like, say, the Retha's Ire quest, where if you sell Retha's Ire, you lose.
I would hope you know better than to keep counsel with the Fae. Those deals never work well for your kind.
You keep asking whether people should know better than to deal with certain people, but I keep dealing with you, so like, you're sampling bias at some point. Fairy ring. In the depth of the forest, you find a young woman crying, her child tugging at her skirt. She tells you that her eldest has disappeared after ignoring her warning about the fairy ring. You notice a circle of toadstools in the meadow nearby. You offer to help her find her child. As you step into the middle of the ring, everything fades. Your vision returns, but the forest is no longer the same. The trees are purple and the sky shines yellow with a bright blue sun. Treading through this strange forest, you encounter a brownie with a head too big for his body? What's a brownie? I'm so hungry. Will you spare me some food, he says. How can a brownie have head too big for its body? Brownies don't have bodies. What is a brownie shaped like? All the brownies I've had are squares. Well, I only have one option for food, which is probably the least good one for difficulty. He furrows his brows as you offer him a measly ration. It's 5 days of food, you fuck. How dare you? It's literally all the food I have. Yay. As you hand him bread, one piece slips from his grasp and rolls down a hill, lost forever. The brownie screws up its face angrily but stops himself, an idea forming in his little head. Wasn't his head too big for his body? And now you're saying it's little? I guess he's maybe shaped like a gingerbread man, but why does he need so much food then? Whatever you do, if you see the fawn, don't believe a word he says. He always lies. I'm gonna assume that the fawn always tells the truth, because he's probably lying to me because I did a bad rating, right? You walk along a path following the cheerful sound of a pipe instrument. You come to a fork in the road where a fawn plays his pan flute while clicking his hooves about. Can I help you? He asks. You inquire about the missing child. Oh, yes. About yay high, scruffy clothes. Yes, he went that way, he says, pointing to left, so let's go left. You tread lightly down the path and come to a magnificent castle. The drawbridge is lowered, so you walk inside. Many goblins and fairies gather in the queen's court. Upon the throne sits the queen, a cherub with 4 faces and a serpent's tail. The first face is a womanly face, the second belongs to a panther, the third is a goat, and the fourth is of a swan. The queen opens all her mouths and her voice echoes, "A mere mortal in my court? Why have you come?" You explain you're looking for a missing child. She looks you up and down and says, I will trade the child for one of your blessings. Oh, I always have a blessing. Yeah, give her your blessing. Fate's path. A goblin walks out of a chamber holding the hand of a small child. He escorts you and the child to another fairy ring and sends you on your way. Yeah. You reappear in the meadow where the mother waits anxiously. You reunite the mother with her child. The mother embraces her children and thanks you profusely. I will say a prayer for you every day. Oh, and that gives me a blessing. At the beginning of each new map, draw a blessing. Wow. 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 That's a really good one. Okay. Okay. So you put that scenario in your deck in a multi-floor dungeon, and if you're lucky enough to draw it early, then you can get several blessings out of it for like 5 food. Or maybe even less, I don't know. You might be able to consistently know what to do in reaction to that gingerbread man, no matter what. Or maybe there's other variables, but goddamn. I'm just thinking about some of those dungeons that expect you to go through like 6 floors and stuff like that, and how it'd be like if you just drew a random blessing every floor just to keep piling them on.